So yesterday, apparently, people were getting DC'd from their matches yesterday, and apparently, what was going on was they were playing competitive, and then they would just get a screen that says updating. Like game, it said game updating is what it said, I'm pretty sure. Because of that, people were getting DC'd from their games, and they were getting kicked and banned. Turns out there was actually a pretty good reason for that, and I'm gonna talk about that here. So on the screen right here I have with me is a tweet from the Overwatch Twitter page, right? And what they have to say is, earlier today, we applied a hotfix to address a Shambali collision exploit. This unexpectedly resulted in a small percentage of players getting stuck applying a hotfix, which then caused some disconnects. Our servers are now fully stable again, and we apologize for those issues. Then they go on to say, also given the unexpected issues with today's update, as we roll out future hotfixes, we plan to take precautions to avoid any further or any potential unintentional penalties for players. Because like I said, people were getting banned, and that sucks, dude. Can you imagine, like, you join a game of comp and then everyone DCs and then you got a 15-minute ban? Boom. This is actually really good news, at least in my opinion. Okay, in my opinion, this is good news because things that are wrong with the game, Blizzard or the Overwatch team is now fixing it. They're fixing the problem. Okay, Shambali had some exploits with the map. They issued out a hotfix. Awesome. You're fixing the game when it's broken, and let's be honest, the game's pretty damn broken. Okay, I mean, have you seen Hanzo's recoil? It's actually insane. John Spector, okay, he is the Overwatch commercial leader and VP at Blizzard, so he's a pretty important guy. Okay, he goes on to further explain the hotfix system they are now using. Okay, so he says, hi everyone, with this hotfix now live, we also wanted to provide some more clarity into our patching approach and timeline as the team deploys various fixes and prepares another round of balance changes too. Most game changes and new content additions require a full patch on all platforms, which we can only do with several weeks lead time given QA needs and submission to all platforms where we operate. So basically, like, you know, changes that have to do with like visuals, has to do with like voice acting, like big changes, right? Big changes. That's what takes time. That's what takes the mid-season patches, because they have to issue that and roll that out to all the consoles, and then they have to go and approve it, and then the update can get distributed, right? Which allows us to make small changes to a few specific parts of the game as soon as we have tested them. This includes things like number adjustments for hero balance and minor collision updates to fix issues with maps as examples. Then he says, we just used the hotfix earlier to address our collision issue on Shambali, and the team is also planning to use the system to make some quick hero balance changes later this week, based on early read of Season 2 hero performance. That is huge, guys. That's really big. That's really good news, okay? Then he goes on to say, due to some bugs with the hotfix system at launch, we are not able to use those tools in Season 1. We therefore took longer to make balance changes and address a few small bugs that we wanted. So we're excited that we have this functionality working again. Obviously in Season 1, Zarya was a massive problem, right? Zarya was pretty much go Zarya or you lose, right? It wasn't go Zarya you lose, but it was that you pick this chat or you pick this character, then you pick this hero, and then you swap before you know it, then there's just two Zaryas battling out. This basically allows it's a number adjuster. They can pretty much just fix the numbers on the characters as needed, right? Which is awesome. But that's still not all. Aaron Keller, and if you don't know who Aaron Keller is, he's the Overwatch director. He's the big boy. He's the guy that replaced Daddy Jeff. He goes off to say, the team is looking at potential changes to Sojourn, DoomFist, Ramattra, Roadhog, and Tracer, with the planned balance changes coming later this week. Guys, that is massive, dude. That is some awesome news. I'm gonna be honest. That is some awesome news, because as you guys all know, those four characters, those four heroes are busted. They're busted. Like, dude, DoomFist, go in the back line, can't die, punch everyone, CC everyone, Everyone dies. DoomFist, Tracer. Okay, Tracer has 40 ammo. Okay, they gave her 1 extra damage, but she has 40 ammo now, or she has 40 ammo. Okay, each gun I think has roughly 20. So she's doing like an extra what? 40 damage, basically, right? Yeah, she's doing like about an extra 40 damage, just 20 per shot, 20 per pistol. That's cracked. She's strong. So DoomFist Tracer, it's unstoppable. They dive the backlines, healers die, everyone else dies. Simple. Okay. What I really like is ramattra. Because you guys all know, you guys have all played ramattra by now. At least I'm gonna hope that you guys have, right? Ramattra needs some help. Ramatra's, in my opinion, is one of the funnest tanks to play. He's super fun to play. However, he feels a little bit underwhelming because you either poke with your omnic form, or that's like the staff form, right? Or you switch in a nemesis form and you just hold block the whole time. Because yeah, you can walk in the back line, punch people in the back line, but you just take an incredible amount of damage for one. It takes 4 punches to kill one person because it does 60 per punch, right? You're pretty much just there to tank damage, and that's pretty much it. You're not doing anything. Not to mention that what's it called? Vortex. It's like something vortex, ravenous vortex, I think. It doesn't even work as intended. It was supposed to just drop people straight down like Pharah's, your mercies or whatever. Like it was what's the word? It was advertised as that, as hey, this is a really good ability to stop Pharah, to stop Mercy, to stop as a counter to them, right? Well, it doesn't even do that. You basically use it as an AoE slow, and that's it. Like it doesn't, because mobility just makes the whole ability useless, right? So hopefully we can be seeing some changes with Ramattra. And then obviously Roadhog, right? Roadhog's gonna be getting some significant changes because, well, fuck. That dude, Roadhog's broken, guys. He's so broken to the point where it's like the game's not enjoyable, dude. Like, I mean, let's be honest, just with these characters in general, the game's not enjoyable. Sojourn just one taps people. Like, they gave her follow-up damage, right? Which still does 195 damage, okay? Most of the time, you're close enough at 40, you're close enough to get the whole 195 damage crit shot, but get a mercy and, you know, you're better Sojourn. Sojourn technically just buffed. So you have Sojourn, who's a complete menace, who just one-taps people, and you have Roadhog, who just never dies and has the ability to one-shot people. It's annoying. It's actually insane. And then the one counter that you have to Roadhog, which is Anna, just gets completely shut down because you have a character like Kiriko that just cleanses the anti. These are some. This could be huge. This could be huge. I'm very nervous, but I'm very hopeful, because that does mean that, hey, they understand that the state of the game isn't the best right now. A lot of people are straight up saying that competitive is just not enjoyable, and a lot of people are just playing quick play. I'm stupid, and I can't stop playing competitive. That's just me. However, my games have been terrible. I've been having very, very bad games, and you know, it's usually because I have a DoomFist that's either really good, cracked, or I have a DoomFist that has no idea how to play DoomFist, but they're just playing DoomFist because DoomFist is broken. But what happens is that the other team just goes Roadhog and just massacres her. They just massacre that DoomFist, right? So it's a game of paper, rock, scissors. Like I feel for the tank position so much, dude. It has to be so unenjoyable. The times I have played tank, at least like ranked meta, that was back in season 1, and I still hated it, and that was much better then. But now it's just terrible. It's super bad for tank players. So I get where the frustration is, you know. I just really hope that like the change that they do can put the game back into a better state where the game is enjoyable now. It's not as fun as it should be, and that's kind of that sucks, you know. That sucks, because as someone who plays the game pretty much all damn day, it's not fun to have to must pick a character or you lose, or not, or have the feeling that you might lose, right? So we'll see where things go. We'll see what things go, but this could be really good for us though, because the fact that like if the Overwatch team is actually paying attention to us with the problems that we that like the community is like seeing, maybe they can go and fix the issues to help make the game just more enjoyable. And you know, obviously that's the main goal, is that you want a game that's going to be enjoyable. So we'll see where things go.